Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, if you're a new viewer, hey, welcome in. Hopefully you stay. If you like my vibe, subscribe, okay? I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. I feel like I'm really on the road to like 500 subscribers, you know? Sometimes you gotta move the goalpost. But, yeah, so please like, comment if you resonate with this reading. And, so what I'm getting here, collective, is I got a connection here that looks like, I feel like you're allowed to be yourself in this connection, and you feel like, you can just be loved for who you are, and you don't really have to work hard for this acceptance from this person. And I get the vibe that, I think you probably envision yourself growing old with this person, right? And I get that you're in separation right now. I do. And the reason I get that is because there's some sort of, this may not be a necessarily a person. It could be a third party energy, not necessarily a third party person. It could be more so like there's something keeping the connection from actually mending together. It just could be like this person might have some internal conflict. Yeah, let me tell you, I got catalyst flame to me. Yeah, so something about this person was meant to teach you something. This person wasn't supposed to be the one. This person was supposed to teach you something so that you could prepare for the one. Okay? And I'm like, yeah, but you felt safe. You felt safe, and you felt like there was potential here. But I do have that you all had a lot of friction in this connection. Yeah, because I don't necessarily get this as a third party. I think this is this person's internal world messing up the connection. And yeah, that's what I think these storms are too. This person's inner chaos was getting in the way. But I felt like these were things that you all were often able to overcome. And that's what made you continue to stay. Yeah, see, because it felt like, see, that's the same thing as this. It felt like you were both applying mutual effort, and the love felt so reciprocated that you were feeling like you could make it through anything. You all could get through anything, okay? But this wasn't real because you were just chasing potential, okay? It's because, yeah, there's a difference between growing together and waiting for someone to catch up. Yes, because this is that person. They're blocked. Something about them was blocked. Okay? Yeah, see, they had a broken home. They come from a broken home. And I almost get the vibe that that's why you stayed. Why you stayed. I feel like it's possible you might come from a broken home too, collective. So, if that resonates for you, take it. If it don't. But yeah, y'all are actually mismatched. But it's like, see, I get the vibe that y'all are mismatched, but the type of conflict that you all both grew up in is what brought you together. Like, I get the vibe this is a trauma bond. That's what I get from this energy here, this mismatched and conflict resolution. To me, it's like, in actuality, you all were not really compatible, okay? It's just that your trauma was compatible to each other's trauma because of these broken homes and whatever this will say real intimacy feels confusing or even dangerous because as a child you never saw healthy love modeled. I just got a reading like this. This is a really strong energy going on right now, collective. So, take what resonates and leave the rest, but Yeah, see, the other one did have some other people involved, but this one, I don't get that this is actually other people. I just get the vibe that, you know, this person might have like that avoidant attachment style again. You know, there's so many avoidants and narcissists that come out in these threads. But yeah, and then even the way that you were interpreting the connection as you both were doing mutual effort, but really you were just chasing their potential. You were the only one who was available in this connection. It's almost like I get the vibe they were mirroring you, collective. That's what this was in the beginning. This was a sham. How you felt like it was reciprocated and all of those things, and how you could see you all growing old together. They never had the capacity. They never had the capacity to actually be what you need them to be. They are torn inside, okay? They were supposed to teach you a lesson, okay, about chasing potential, but interpreting it as mutual effort. You were the only one actually putting effort into this. Yeah, see? Codependent. That's what I'm saying. Collective. Is it love or is it emotional survival? Yeah. It's emotional survival. Yeah, you need to let go of the illusion so that you can be whole. That's what I'm saying. It's like the way that things in society are so distorted. Like what people see on the surface is so not what is really going on. Like I say, you and this person don't really have anything in common except for trauma. That is the only thing that brought y'all together. And this is giving trauma bond because of those broken homes. Yeah, they were just mirroring you and your open and availability in your heart. They actually have no idea to sustain that. Oh my gosh. They actually have. Do you see this sacred mirror? They have no idea how to actually embody this. This is just, they reflect whatever love you were giving them. That's what this person was doing, okay? And that's something they couldn't sustain. That's why it was inconsistent. That's why there were storms to weather, okay? Because, see, they're up and down, okay? And then, like I said, I get the vibe, this person, I still get the vibe that they're enmeshed with their family of origin and all that toxicity. That's why they can't, that's why they can't get over this. Whatever that internal struggle is, okay? Because literally, I had already put the codependent with the broken home, okay? And it's like I'm saying, the family pressure here, no, this person is absolutely enmeshed with the dysfunction of their family of origin. That's the issue here. And you was just trying to convince yourself that y'all were the... Dude, you can't make this up. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm just saying. Settling. You see that? You were settling. Like I said, you cannot. Trying to convince yourself that chasing potential was them applying mutual effort. No. You were settling. Going through all that drama and chaos and still allowing this person to be in your life? Yeah, absolutely no. Because y'all are mismatched. Wow. Whew. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse my yawn, okay? Yeah. Ooh. I'm sorry, I could be dropping stuff on the floor. 1 second. Body, my body. Yeah, and I just kind of get the vibe that, yeah, this person, whoop. See, I have got this other card here that say, I even think y'all might have different views about financial things. Like this one here, I feel like this might be the type of person where they feel like, because this is like straight contradictory. I feel like, and I get that's why this bickering came out. I get the vibe that I feel like when this person was mirroring you, right? I think it was giving you the idea that y'all were on the same page, that you share a purpose, you share a vision, but they were just, some people are so perceptive, they will pick up on things about you in the smallest, subtle little things, okay? And I don't think this was really them. And I think they were trying to live up to whatever you wanted and whatever they thought you wanted. Yeah, and then I feel like you thought you were on the same page about, parenthood and raising children. Yes, this is crazy. But I think this person, I don't even think this is about actual finances. It could be for some of you, but I almost get the vibe that it's about, it was too spiritually expensive. And this is what would cause a lot of arguments, because this person was pretending to be on your wavelength. They were never on your wavelength. That's why it would seep through the cracks, okay? Because they was just mirroring you. They was never on your wavelength. Yeah, that's why there was storms, up and down behavior. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. You can't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, and I just get this person just had too many voices in their head. You know what I mean? Or too many people in their ear. Maybe memories, not actually people telling them things, but they're replaying things they had been told over their lifetime about what relationships should be like, or things they observed in their life. Yeah, it's just something here that I get where this person just, it's a lot of, because I'm looking at this picture here, there's a lot of things going on in their head, okay? And then I got, yeah, so I guess this is for you, the collective, okay? See, this is about you understanding, like I said, that you were settling in this situation and you needing to, reclaim your power, because this situation here was only a temporary setback. Like we discussed, this was a catalyst. This was a catalytic relationship. It meant to teach you to grow, meant to force evolution. This was not supposed to be something that you continue to deal with long term, okay? Because again, you were chasing something that did not exist, okay? You were chasing potential, but they were just mirroring you. This never was their true self, okay? Yeah, and don't, it's saying like, don't allow uncertainty about what might happen to prevent you from trying, okay? That's what I get here. Because I think this is about your open heart. Don't lose your open heart because of what you went through here. And you might be tired and exhausted. You see fatigue? Because you trusted this person. But don't take a pessimistic mindset about this, okay? You need to reclaim your power and understand that you can overcome. It's just a temporary setback, okay? Yeah, and I get this person. That's why I say I was getting something about their thoughts, okay? Their thoughts are consuming them, right? And literally, they're stuck in negative thinking because of something from their family of origin. I'm telling you, because they got a trauma bond to that family of origin, okay? That broken home, it has really implanted in their nervous system, and they are limited. They are limited in what they can actually do for you. And they feel trapped. They feel unable to change. They don't even know who they are, okay? They never developed a true sense of self. Yes. And again, they have a very harsh inner critic. Yeah. They feel like they can't be perfect. So therefore, they should not try. You know what I mean? And then it's like whatever toxic stuff this person was putting up with, or this person watched people put up, they expect you, collective, to deal with that too. Like, I feel like it's probably this bickering. You know what I mean? Like that arguing, and like I said, and their internal conflict. I get the vibe that, you know, that might just be normal in their house. Whatever their family of origin is, it just might be normal. That just might be how they talk to each other. Yeah, and they don't really have a lot of compassion and empathy and softness. It's almost like they were learning how to do that through the connection with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's like they don't know how to break. They don't know how to break free from this. Yeah, they really don't know how to break free from these negative loops of thoughts and this inner critic that they have from their family of origin. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, Holy Spirit. Let's see what we got on the emotional side of things. Yeah, so I got for this person festive, arrogant, and stressed. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the vibe here, collective. I think this is more so, I don't even think this is this person. I think this is talking about you, collective. I think this is saying that you feel free, right? And I also get the vibe that I get the vibe you oscillate between confidence and moving on, and then being overwhelmed by the thought of moving on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you tell yourself one day, everything's good, I'll be fine, I'm the prize. But then other times you literally, because that's what I say here. When I was doing this in I'm sorry, one moment. In separate sections, what I got out in the middle was like lonely, okay? And I feel like that's why you're stressed, right? Even though I think that's the energy between the both of you. Yeah, it's like I get you want connection. Like, you want connection because you don't want to be alone. But I also get the vibe that you are also happy, like, and self-assured. It's two different things. It's stressed, lonely, but then on the other side it's, you know, arrogant and festive. But I get it more so like hopeful and looking towards a bright future. Yeah. And then just for this person, I think they're feeling lonely, right? And I feel let me tell you, I got frustrated and I got comical. And what is this word? I don't even know what this word is. Elegiant? That's probably not how you say it, but that's what I'm gonna say. Okay. And like I said, yeah, this person, ooh wee, they feel like they are so upset they can't separate from this family, because that's what this is. This is like blind loyalty. All right. They have this strange blind loyalty, and I think it's a blind loyalty to dysfunction. And I think this person looks at dysfunction as entertainment. But that's because that's what they do in their family of origin. Yeah, like when I say all that bickering and that chaotic energy that came from this person, it's funny. It's funny to them, whatever your reaction is, because, you know, harm and chaos were minimized in their household. Okay? But, like I said, I think they don't know. I think they know there's something wrong with this thought process. And I think that's why they feel frustrated. I think that's what the frustration is about. I think it's more so um, summarizing this person's internal struggle. Like, they hate that they can't stop being this way. They hate that they can't actually show up the way you need. They hate that they can't end this toxic behavior. Yeah. And they're sad because they feel like they're going to be alone. I get the vibe you're not the only connection that fell apart for this person. That's what I see. They have had other connections fall apart in the past as well. And I think while you're going to oscillate between these emotions, collective, I mean, that's fine, right? Because, you know, you do have to grieve the connection, but it's time to get happy and confident in yourself again, because this individual right here, they're unstable. They are unstable. And I know you are remembering the times in the beginning when it felt like such a good connection and how it had longevity and things like that, but you gotta understand, this person was just mirroring you. They were love bombing you as yourself, collective. They were quite literally pulling a you on you. And you ain't even know it. You fell in love with yourself, collective, okay? Oh, I bent over way too fast, y'all. My bad. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I do get the vibe that this person is going to try to come forward, right? Because they are trying to do some soul searching, right? They want to be a better person for you. But what you need to understand is they're still blocked. They are still blocked. They are still not really able to show up for you. And this, I get the vibe though that this is because literally you cannot like change overnight. Like, especially like however old this person is, like if they're 30, 40, 50, you can't change some stuff that was implanted in your nervous system at 3 and 4 and 5. They've been living this way for decades. You literally have to rewire their entire internal world, and that takes some deep work and reflection. And I'm just saying, I don't know how long y'all have been in non-communication, collective, but this is something that takes years, not months, not days. Okay? Yeah, and see, you need to be cautious and make sure to keep yourself protected and to make sure that you see what this person is actually coming for. Yeah. Yeah, and don't be influenced by external factors. Because at the end of the day, you know, and then don't get caught up in the illusions, okay? Don't allow yourself to be manipulated. Because at the end of the day, something about this person has not changed. But I get that they're going to, like I keep saying, they're going to reach out to you. And they are going to make an offer, right? And they are on the path of self-discovery, and they're going to make it seem as though they have changed. But don't fall for it. Don't fall for that. Illusions and external manipulation. protect yourself, because inside, they're still blocked. They're still blocked. That heart chakra. Yeah, they might try to come in and be super physically intimate with you. You know what I mean? They might try to come in real strong for that, okay? But it's just they enjoy the idea of love. They actually have, they have no way to actually support actual love. Yeah. Yeah. They have no understanding of real love. They enjoy the idea of love. And they're one of those people that equate love and lust. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got for you, collective. So if this resonates, like, comment, subscribe. And if it don't apply, let it fly. Thanks for watching.